You know, it's wild to think that not too long ago, the idea of planets outside our solar system was just, science fiction stuff.
Right.
And now we found thousands. And some, like Proxima Centauri B, have really gotten us thinking, like, could there be life out there?
Oh, yeah.
So are we alone in the universe? Let's take a deep dive into this fascinating exoplanet, Proxima Centauri B, and see what we can find out.
Welcome to Cosmos in a Pod, the space and astronomy series. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Proxima Centauri B, right? It's the closest exoplanet we know of, just over 4 light years away.
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump, cosmically speaking.
And it's part of the Alpha Centauri system, which, and this is kind of cool, is a triple star system.
3 stars.
Yeah. We have Alpha Centauri A and B. They're like our sun. And then there's Proxima Centauri. It's this small, cooler, red dwarf star. That's where Proxima B hangs out.
Huh, interesting. The way they found it is pretty amazing, too. It wasn't like they just saw it through a telescope. They used something called the radial velocity method.
So how does that even work?
So basically, they look at the star and they watch for these tiny wobbles. The wobbles are caused by the gravity of an orbiting planet.
So it's like,
It's like if a detective sees a little tremor in something that seems still. The tremor tells them there's a force there, something unseen.
I like that. That's a great way to put it. It really shows you how clever these astronomers are finding hidden worlds like that.
Yeah.
So what makes Proxima B so special in the hunt for alien life?
One of the big things is that it orbits in what we call the habitable zone of its star, sometimes called the Goldilocks zone.
Okay, the Goldilocks zone. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it means the planet gets just the right amount of energy from its star. Not too hot, not too cold, just right for liquid water to exist.
And we all know water is, like, super important for life, at least the kind of life we know.
Exactly.
A planet in the habitable zone, that's a good sign. But I'm guessing it's not all perfect, right? Being so close to a red dwarf can't be all good.
You got it. Red dwarfs are kind of famous for being, well, a little bit dramatic. They have these powerful flares and solar winds, much stronger than what we get from our sun.
Huh, yeah, I've heard about that.
And Proxima Centauri is no exception.
Yikes. So how does that affect Proxima B? Can it even handle those, uh, I guess, stellar tantrums?
That's the big question. Scientists are trying to figure that out. Those crazy flares could actually strip away the atmosphere, leaving Proxima B totally exposed.
Really?
Imagine like constant solar storms, but way worse than anything on Earth.
Wow.
That would make it, well, pretty tough for life, especially on the surface.
Yeah, it does sound pretty rough. But I mean, life on Earth can survive in some pretty crazy places, right? Like, is there any way life on Proxima B could, I don't know, adapt or something?
Well, we can hope.
Hmm.
One idea is that if Proxima B has oceans, which some scientists think it might, life could exist down deep in the water, shielded from all that radiation.
Oh, so like down in the ocean depths.
Yeah, like the life we see around those deep sea vents on Earth, they don't need sunlight at all.
That is so cool to think about, these whole hidden ecosystems on another planet.
I know, right?
But wait, with all those flares from Proxima Centauri, would they still be a problem, even way down in the ocean?
Well, here's where it gets really interesting. Scientists think Proxima B might have a strong magnetosphere,
A magnetosphere.
like a shield.
Yeah, kind of like a magnetic bubble that protects the planet.
Oh, like Earth's magnetic field. It protects us from the sun's radiation.
Exactly. And if Proxima B has something like that, it could be deflecting all those flares, like a safe haven for life, even in the oceans.
Wow. Okay, so maybe there's a chance, even with all that craziness going on. But can we, like, step back a bit and talk about the planet itself? What's it like? Is it anything like Earth?
Well, that's where things get a little more uncertain. Proxima B is so close to its star that it's probably tidally locked.
Tidally locked. What does that even mean?
It means one side of the planet always faces the star, the other side is always in darkness.
Oh. So it's like this world of total extremes. The side facing the star is probably a scorching hot desert, blasting radiation all the time. And the other side, well, that would be a frozen wasteland, always in darkness.
That is intense. Not exactly a place I'd want to visit.
Right.
But is there anywhere on the planet that could be more, I don't know, moderate?
Well, between those two crazy extremes, there might be a narrow band, kind of a twilight zone, where the temperatures could be right for liquid water.
So it's like a desert, an ice world, and a tiny sliver of maybe habitable land.
Yeah, kind of.
Proxima B is sounding more and more fascinating.
It really is. It makes you wonder, what would a habitable planet really look like? It might not be anything like what we expect.
Yeah, good point.
And that's what makes Proxima B so captivating. It forces us to think outside the box about where life might be hiding in the universe. We're only just starting to learn about Proxima B, really.
True, true. There's still so much we don't know. Like, do we even know if it has an atmosphere?
Yeah, that's a big one. The atmosphere, I mean, that's kind of key for a planet to be habitable.
Totally. So what are the possibilities there?
Well, it could go a couple of ways. Remember those strong stellar winds? It's possible they just blew away any atmosphere Proxima B had, leaving it, bare, no air at all.
Oh, that would be rough.
But it's also possible that Proxima B held on to some of its atmosphere, maybe even a thin one with stuff like nitrogen or oxygen.
Yeah, those would be good signs for life. Right?
Absolutely.
So it's this battle between, like, the star trying to strip it away and the planet holding on for dear life.
Yeah, pretty much.
But how do we even figure out what's going on, from millions of miles away?
Well, that's where these new telescopes come in, like the James Webb Space Telescope. It's giving us a way to actually study the atmospheres of exoplanets.
Wow. Seriously.
Yeah, by looking at the light that passes through the atmosphere, we can see what it's made of.
Oh, right. I remember hearing about that. Like looking for those biosignatures.
Exactly, those chemical hints that could mean life. On Earth, the oxygen in our atmosphere comes from plants and stuff.
Yeah.
If we found something like that in Proxima B's atmosphere, well, that would be a huge deal.
It's amazing we can even do that from so far away.
I know, right? But even if we don't see any obvious signs of life, the atmosphere can still tell us a lot.
Like what?
It can tell us about the planet's history, how it's changed over time, whether it could be habitable or not.
So like a planet's resume.
Haha, kind of. For example, certain gases can be a sign of volcanic activity.
Wait, volcanoes on Proxima B.
Possibly. And volcanoes can actually help replenish a planet's atmosphere, even if it's being stripped away by solar winds.
Oh, so they can kind of fight back, huh?
Yeah, in a way.
Man, this is making my brain hurt, but in a good way. So we've got this planet, maybe with volcanoes, maybe with oceans, maybe with a thin atmosphere. What does it all mean, like, in the grand scheme of things? Finding a maybe habitable planet so close to us.
It means that planets like this might be all over the place.
You think so?
It's definitely possible. It opens up this whole new idea that, we're not so special after all. Life could be everywhere.
That is a wild thought. It really changes how you look at the universe.
It does.
But, I mean, we got to be realistic. We still don't know for sure about Proxima B. What are some of the things scientists still need to figure out?
Well, like we said, the surface is a big mystery. We've talked about oceans, but we don't know for sure if they're really there or what they're like.
Right. Are they like our oceans?
That's the question. Or are they totally different, shaped by this weird, tidally locked situation?
It would be incredible to explore those oceans, but obviously we can't just, send a submarine over there.
Not yet, anyway.
So how do we get a better look at what's under the surface?
Well, this is where it gets exciting. We can use computer models to create, a simulation of the planet.
Oh, so like a virtual Proxima B.
Yeah, exactly. We can plug in all kinds of information, change different things, and see how it affects the whole planet.
Cool. So we can test different scenarios.
Right, we can try different atmospheres, ocean depths, all sorts of things.
That's amazing. But how do we know if those simulations are even accurate?
That's the tricky part. It depends on how much information we have and how good our models are. The more we learn about Proxima B, the better our simulations will get.
So it's all about, refining it as we go.
Exactly, and it's a constant back and forth. We observe, we simulate, we learn more, and the picture gets clearer.
Like a never-ending puzzle. But remember, Proxima B is just one piece of the puzzle. What does finding a planet like this, so close to us, tell us about the search for life in general?
It tells us that habitable planets might be way more common than we thought.
Really?
Think about it. We found this one around a completely different type of star than our sun. If they're out there, the chances of finding life somewhere else are, well, pretty huge.
It's almost like we're not just living in a universe, but in a living universe.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Proxima B has a lot of challenges, too.
You're right. We need to keep that in mind.
We've talked about them, but I think it's worth really looking at those obstacles.
Sure.
It's a pretty harsh world, right? The intense heat, the freezing cold, those flares, maybe a super thin atmosphere. How could anything survive there?
It's a tough one, that's for sure. But life is, well, life finds a way. Look at Earth. We've got those extremophiles, those little guys that live in, like, the craziest
Okay,
places.
extremophiles. I always forget about those. You mean like boiling hot springs or like frozen deserts?
Exactly. They can handle stuff that would kill, well, pretty much anything else.
It's insane.
Like the tardigrades, you know those? The
With
water bears.
Water bears. Those are so cute, but tough, right?
Oh, yeah. They can survive extreme temperatures, radiation, even being in space.
No way. Really?
Seriously. So if life can handle those conditions here on Earth, it makes you wonder, right? Maybe something similar could evolve on Proxima B.
It's like those sci-fi movies where they find these crazy alien life forms, totally different from anything we've ever seen. But, you know, something's been bugging me. If there's life on Proxima B, how did it even get there? I mean, it's a whole different star system.
Right, that's a big question. One idea is panspermia.
Panspermia. What's that?
Basically, the idea that life might have started somewhere else in the universe and then, like, traveled to Proxima B, maybe hitching a ride on a comet or an asteroid or something.
So you're saying life could have, I don't know, been planted there from another planet, maybe even from Earth.
It's a possibility. We know impacts can send rocks and stuff flying out into space, and some of that stuff could have microscopic life on it. It's a long shot, but, not impossible.
That's wild, like life just hopping from planet to planet, spreading across the galaxy. But what if life on Proxima B started on its own, totally separate from Earth? What would that mean?
Oh, that would be huge. It would mean that life isn't just some, random fluke. It could mean life is actually common in the universe, that it pops up wherever the conditions are right.
Wow, so many planets, so much life. But it also makes you think about, like, what if we do find life on Proxima B? How should we handle it? Should we try to, I don't know, talk to it? Or just leave it alone?
Those are some big questions, and they're questions we need to be thinking about now before we even find anything. Finding alien life, well, that would change everything. How we see ourselves, our place in the universe, everything.
It's kind of scary and exciting at the same time.
It is.
Well, we've covered a lot about Proxima B, the challenges, the possibilities. But what's next? What does the future hold for exploring this crazy planet?
That's up to the next generation of, telescopes and space missions. The James Webb will keep helping us learn more about its atmosphere. And maybe one day we'll send probes to get a closer look. Who knows?
It's an incredible time for space exploration, and Proxima B is right there, at the front of it all. This little planet, so close, so mysterious.
It really is.
Well, that was quite a journey. From the heart of that red dwarf star to those maybe oceans. Proxima B has made us question everything we thought we knew. Who knows what else we'll find out there?
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure, the search for answers, the drive to explore, that's what makes us human.
Couldn't agree more.
Thank you for joining us today as we explored the mysteries of Proxima Centauri B. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Until next time, I'm Amikesh, encouraging you to stay curious and keep looking up. The universe is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Please follow and subscribe to Cosmos in a Pod and our YouTube channel.